Hi, welcome to Alex Rocks. I'm Suzi Q and Dhol, and we're coming tonight from the Great Palais.
Hi, I'm Marquis. Yes, Suzy, we're virtually at the Palais Theatre tonight in St Kilda. What a beautiful venue this is. It's been here, got to be 100 years.
Is it longer than you've been alive?
Maybe, no, actually, probably not. But it's an important venue. It is a beautiful venue. It's, you know, we're looking around 3,000 capacity. One of those venues that sort of bridges the gap between pubs and entertainment complexes. Very, very important to have these venues, especially one as beautiful as this. Nearly didn't have it, nearly got knocked down. Thank goodness it didn't happen. We still have it with us. Tonight I'll be talking to Ash from Panic Syndrome and Caligula, and Travis from Witchgrinder.
And I'll be talking to Mick Harvey, a multi-instrumentalist, and he's worked in Australian industry from The Boys Next Door through film scores. But first we've got Marquis with Witchgrinder.
All right, I'm talking to Travis from Melbourne band Witchgrinder. How you going, Trav?
Well, I won't lie, because it has been hard, but I guess every band's going through it. But we've been in the middle of writing our third album, so we were nearly ready to hit the studio before that happened, and then I broke my leg. Back down. So I'm actually not in the city at the moment. I'm back in the country, down Southwest Way, and so I've just shacked up. Like you can probably see around me, I'm in a shed at my father's at the moment, and I've just been fine-tuning songs. We've dropped some now, and I've wrote new ones. So
you guys, hanging in there like a lot of bands.
We are. We haven't been as social as a lot of bands are. Taking advantage of this to explore different venues where, getting online and things like what we're doing right now. And reaching their fans over the internet and a lot of different spaces. But we have taken this time. We kind of have took a back step from all that to concentrate a lot on our writing for our third album, which has been good because I think we've been together for 11 years now. The lineup's changed, but look, it's been a band that's been around for a long time. So in a way, it's been a bit of fresh air for me personally to have this bit of time to sit back and actually concentrate a little bit more on my writing and what I have to do, because otherwise I would have just been back on the road straight away. I would have thrown out a couple of singles or that and there, and then rushed. You're
emailing Scotty and slinging riffs to each other.
Scotty's great to have in the band, man. He probably pushes me a lot. I mean, they all do. They all push me for the live shows. With the writing, not so much, but Scotty does a lot. He's been great. Like, he joined 3 years ago.
Yep, from Desecrator.
I've always had great... Yeah, well, Desecrator. He plays in Dreadnought.
Yep.
Great guitarist, and just kind of was a perfect lead guitarist for Witchgrinder, because he had that. Witchgrinder does have a more of a modern kind of that industrial sound, but with him in, I always wanted to have the old 80s, early 90s guitar solos like through our song.
Thanks for being on Alex Rocks, Travis.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get back up to Melbourne and see one of your shows and have a beer.
Take care.
Next clip coming up is They Walk Among Us by Witchgrinder, and you're watching Alex Rocks!
this is the great Mick Harvey. You've been an influence on Australian music for a long time in many, many different ways. But let's start, you know, you were in a boys' choir. Your father, he was a priest.
I'm not quite sure why I sang in the choir. I don't think either of my brothers did, so I'm not sure why I ended up doing it.
No, you went from a local band working out of the ballroom and you went over to the UK. How did that change your trajectory?
Well, I think at the time the general perception and the whatchamacallit, was that you know, for a band like us who weren't playing particularly commercial music, was better to get out of Australia because simply the market wasn't big enough to support what you were doing. You'd always be a marginal band that was never really making much money. So, and besides that anyway, I think the challenges of going overseas and mixing it with everyone and learning more and so forth, you know, all the whole thing. I mean, it's like that for an artist in any discipline. The attraction of going overseas or traveling and using that and being in multiple places and getting your work out wherever you can rather than being stuck in geographically in one place is very it's important. After the birthday party and after we kind of found our feet in the UK and did really well, then that kind of wound up, and I started a bit of a band with Simon Bonnie, and Rowland Howard Harry joined that band.
So you've been working on some solo work, you've done some film scores. Like Ghost of Civil Dead and like, you know, you've done immense work. So you've done, you know, from really dirty rock and roll, like The Birthday Party, and you've done really classical.
Yeah, right through to orchestrated stuff, yeah.
Very much
even
so.
a bit experimental and weird sometimes, and even a little bit pop occasionally.
What I want to know for young instrumental, because I love wrong, and when I saw The Birthday Party, I realised what I loved about rock and roll, and I love wrong.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. I think that's what we were doing through the late 70s. We were trying to work out what we wanted to be in the Boys Next Door, and we were just trying out lots of stuff because we knew what kind of music we liked, but we didn't really know what we wanted to do or what was the thing that we needed to do to be relevant or to give ourselves a place in the scheme of things. And we kind of found that once in like late 79 and becoming The Birthday Party, we kind of found that. So
it was life-saving for me, I can tell you that.
Well, it probably was for me too. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. I probably would have ended up working in a milk bar or something, you know.
Mick Harvey, it's been such a pleasure. I hope to catch up soon.
That was quite short.
That's what she said.
That's what, as the actress said to the bishop.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Anyway, here is Nick the stripper.
We're here with Ash from Panic Syndrome. How you doing, mate?
Marky, I'm doing wonderful and all the better to see you.
Very cool. Thanks for joining us on Alex Rocks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, you know, we would want to talk about everything you've been up to, and you know, especially the new album you have just released with Panic Syndrome, with your band Panic Syndrome. I know you launched it at Frankie's Pizza in Sydney on Sunday, I believe.
We did. It was the first gig that we've played in 7 months or something, which is no surprise to anyone. And I mean, you've played Frankie's a bunch of times before. It's an absolute. We really missed it. I got to say, we missed that place. And even though, strangely enough, it was restricted to the half capacity and seated. You know, people my age prefer sitting down watching a band. So it was all good. You know, we were worried that people were going to be bummed out sitting down. But on a Sunday evening, you know, sitting at a table with some beers and pizza watching a band is a joyous occasion. So it was loads of fun, and you do it again. Is that, you know, there is no sign of internationals getting out to the end of next year. So, you know, there's no better time for Australian bands from now to right up to the end of next year. You know, it's going to be something that we have never seen before. And, you know, it seems that the promoters and the agents are getting on board and booking Australian bands for festivals, whether they be current bands, old bands, it doesn't matter. It's just you know, it's a beautiful time for Australian music. Of course, not right now, but, you know, soon to come. And I think we're going to see something that we've never seen before. And, you know, hopefully Triple J and Triple M get behind it and start playing a lot of acts that they probably haven't played before. You know, they are a youth network station. But it's going to be, out of all this horribleness, there's going to be some really, really great stuff coming. Some really great shows, some great moments. I'm sure you're well aware, in New South Wales they're doing a thing called the Great Southern Nights. They're doing 900 gigs over a month, which is just, you know, it's a government-funded thing. So
yeah, I feel that too, Ash. You know, hey, and look, this is probably a great way to go into this track. Victims.
Hi. I'm Ash. This is Victims from the very, very, very cool band Panic Syndrome from Sydney.
Pick me up on a road.
Hi, Olga. What are you doing?
Just coming at you from a secret location.
I see you're at a pool party. I hope that's virtual.
Having fun at a COVID-safe party. It's a pool party.
Okay, Olga, who's on next week?
All right, so next week we've got Mola, Los Dominados, Molly and the Krills, and Echo del Tusca.
See you next week, sister. Take care.
Bottoms up. Alex rocks. Woo!
And we'll be back next week with more great acts for you from a secret theatre. And thank you for watching Alex Rocks. And it's good night from here.
It's good night from her.